Well, howdy folks. Mike here on the Darling Lee again. And that's our chart plotter. It's an old Raymarine, and by old I mean 2016, which in electronics language is pretty old. But it's still a pretty sophisticated piece of gear. It's got Wi-Fi capability, Bluetooth capability, and it's only as good as the charts that you have in it. And when we bought the boat, we knew that the charts were old and outdated and that we were going to have to upgrade those. And so one thing that I had to do once we got the boat was do some digging and research, and there's actually a pretty detailed manual in this machine. It gives me all I need to know about how to use this piece of gear. And I contacted a Raymarine guy in Kent Island, and he told me that all I needed to do was buy a new chip for this machine, a Navionics chip that would look just like the charts that we have on our iPad. And also another thing about these charts is they did not cover enough of the country that we needed to cover. It did not cover the Great Lakes and the rivers down to the Gulf of Mexico and probably on over to Florida. So we needed better charts. So I asked him to give me a list of what I needed, and it was pretty simple. All I needed was one chip from Navionics, which is owned by Garmin, and a network cable to get down to my chart plotter at the lower helm. Our chart plotter worked down there, but it didn't have radar capability. And so if you're driving from the lower helm, it means it's probably raining or foggy or something, and you need radar to see any obstacles, boats, ships, anything coming your way. So he said that this display up on the upper helm is the master, the one down below is the slave, and that all I needed was a network cable. So I ordered those things and had them shipped to Poughkeepsie to my brother-in-law's house, and we picked them up there a couple of days ago. And I just finished installing the chip yesterday, and I'm doing a proof of concept right now just to see if my network cable is going to do the trick for me. And so you can see that I just kind of did a temporary routing of that cable over here down through the bimini and into the lower helm. And I did that, and I got everything hooked up, turned on, running. I made the proper selections on the chart plotter itself. Basically had to tell it who the boss was, which is the upper helm station. And I ran my cable down here through the door and plugged it into the back of my lower helm chart plotter. So there it is, coming down through the door, up and around. So here's my lower helm chart plotter. That looks just like our Navionics on the iPad. And so when I go up here to the menu selection, select home over here, and I push the radar button, voila. Now I have radar at the lower helm. So now I know everything works. I've just got to route that cable, and guess what I got to do? I got to pull the dash out again like I did for the wipers up there. So I'll just add that to my never-ending list of projects to do on an old boat. That's okay. We're going to have what we need now on Darling Lee to safely navigate from the lower helm. So that's my little update from Darling Lee. We're still in Kingston, waiting for the tide current to turn for us so we can head upriver again. So anyway, till next time, adios from the Darling Lee.